Okay, so let's jump right into it. Today, we're breaking down the 90-day winter arc. This is basically a blueprint for students designed to help you turn the coldest, darkest months of the year into your most productive and transformative season ever.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll get clear on what a winter arc even is. Then, we'll break it down into a 3-month plan: the foundation, the grind, and the transformation. And finally, we'll look at what your life looks like after you've pulled it off. Sound good? Let's go.
All right, first things first. What in the world is a winter arc? You can think of this as your call to adventure. It's a challenge you set for yourself for the next 3 months.
You know the feeling, right? The days get shorter, it gets cold, and all that motivation you had in the fall just dips. It feels like you're just drifting, waiting for spring to show up. And all those big goals you had for your classes or the gym, they all feel kind of frozen. Well, the winter arc is designed to completely shatter that feeling. So what makes this different? Look, a winter arc isn't just some phase you go through. Nope. It is a conscious, deliberate 90-day sprint. It's all about you choosing to use this time for intense, focused self-improvement. The idea is you don't just survive the winter. You come out of it fundamentally better. And why 90 days? Well, it's kind of the sweet spot, isn't it? It's long enough to build real, meaningful habits that actually stick, but it's short enough that the finish line is always in sight, which keeps you fired up and focused. It is just a super powerful window for making real, tangible change.
And this really lays out the whole journey perfectly. Month 1 is all about getting your tools ready, the preparation phase. Month 2, that's the grind. It's pure execution, it's the hard work. And month 3 is where you make all those changes permanent and start to really see and enjoy the results. So let's dive into that first month.
Which brings us to month 1, the foundation. You know, you can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, and you can't build a new version of yourself without first forging the right tools and building a solid base.
So for these first 30 days, your entire mission is clarity. You've got to define why you're even doing this. What are your core goals? Then you build the systems to make it happen. That means optimizing your study space, designing a daily routine you can actually stick to, and, this is huge, picking just 1 or 2 powerful keystone habits. And here's the key. You need to track your inputs, the effort, the hours you put in, not just the results.
So how do you actually build one of these game-changing habits? It's simpler than you think. First, you start absurdly small. You want to study more? Don't commit to 3 hours a day. Start with just 15 minutes. Step 2, link that new tiny habit to something you already do every day, like right after you pour your morning coffee. And finally, the golden rule: you might miss one day. Hey, you're human, it happens, but you never miss 2 days in a row. That's how you build unstoppable momentum.
Okay, once your foundation is set, you are ready for month 2. Welcome to the grind. This is where the real transformation is forged, and it's all about discipline and deep work. This month is all about one thing: execution. You're going to learn to embrace productive discomfort. That just means finally tackling that difficult chapter you've been avoiding or adding that one extra set at the gym. It's about mastering deep, distraction-free work sessions with ruthless consistency. Now, you're going to have plateaus, for sure, but the key is to remember that active recovery, getting enough sleep, taking smart breaks, is just as productive as the work itself. And this quote is really the core philosophy of month 2. It's not about one single heroic effort. It's about all the small, smart choices you make every single day. That's what compounds over time into massive, incredible results.
So what does a day in the grind actually look like? Well, something like this. Notice the priority: a solid, protected block of 4 hours for deep work. That's your focused studying, your writing, your problem solving. Then you've got time for shallow work, like emails or planning. But crucially, distraction is squeezed down to almost nothing. You are totally in control of your time. And all of that hard work builds up and leads you into month 3, the transformation. You've put in the hours, you've done the reps, and now it's time to lock in your progress and make it last for good. The focus here totally shifts from pure effort to sustainability. Your new habits should be starting to feel automatic, like you don't even have to think about them. This is the perfect time to reflect what worked, what didn't. You'll tweak and refine your systems for long-term success. And this is so important, you are going to celebrate how far you've come. This isn't just about crossing a finish line. It's about appreciating the incredible journey you've been on. And look, the outcome here isn't to turn you into some burnt-out workaholic. No way. It's to create a balanced, optimized version of yourself. What you're seeing here is a lifestyle where focused work, your health, essential recovery, and even social time are all in harmony. This is the sustainable, high-performance system you've built.
So what happens when the 90 days are up? Is it all over? Absolutely not. This isn't the finish line. This is a brand new beginning. I mean, just look at this comparison. Think about the shift. Before, you might have been reactive and distracted. After the arc, you are proactive and focused. Those vague ambitions you had, they've turned into clear, actionable goals. You're no longer waiting around for motivation to strike. You are driven by the disciplined habits you've built from the ground up. That is a profound change.
And that's the thing you gotta remember. The arc itself isn't the final goal. The real prize is the person you become in the process. You've literally raised your own standards, you've improved your skills, and you've built a new, stronger foundation for everything else you do. This is your new normal.
So, as the days get shorter and the temperature starts to drop, you have a choice. You can drift through the season like you always have, or you can decide to start your arc. The next 90 days are going to pass no matter what. The only real question is, what are you going to build with them?